Hi, I'm Ray Grijalba,
And I'm Anne-Marie Grijalba.
and this is The Joy of the Faith. In this video, Anne-Marie and I are here to tell you that it's never too late. But never too late for what? Well, it's the end of the year, and we often reflect on what went really good in our life and what went really bad. And we sometimes think something is wrong, but it's too late to change. What difference would it make?
Absolutely. And right now I'm reading a book where Matthew Kelly actually addresses this question. It's called Perfectly Yourself. And he goes by saying, what we really are saying is, this is not who I am, or this is not who I want to be, or this is not who I was born to become, or I don't feel like myself, or I don't feel comfortable with myself, or who am I, and what am I here for, or I don't like who I've become, and what is this life really all about? Because if this is all there is, ... This moment of realizing that something is wrong is part of the process of maturing into a healthy adult human being. These questions are great questions. Something would be wrong if you never had the courage to ask questions like these. And so it's very important that we ask ourselves these questions and to have people in our lives that care about us. One time when Ray and I were dating, I just noticed how he didn't really treat his sisters with the way he spoke to them. It was kind of harsh. And so I informed Ray about this, and he realized that it was true, and he made a change.
Yeah, and one of the things with that change was, to those questions, I was like, is this the person I want to be?
Right.
Anne-Marie asking me, bringing this up allowed me to reflect on that. So It's kind of like a challenge where it's like, wow, is this who I want to be? And you in your lives, always good to reflect and say, is this where we want to be?
And sometimes it's the smallest things that when we make the changes in ourselves, the ripple effect is huge. Like, so many changes can happen from just making, like you did, that one change. Your whole family treated each other differently.
Oh, yeah. And this is something small. Maybe you're saying, oh, well, that's a little thing. My family and my relationship is so severed that we could never fix it. So it's definitely too late then, right?
I've heard people say that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm too much of a sinner. How could Jesus ever want me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, Jesus is in the business of changing hearts. So with his grace, both of those can be quickly removed.
True.
Because he's always waiting for us. One of the most beautiful things I've heard is that Fulton Sheen said there was a painting that had Jesus standing at the door waiting for us. And he had no handle to open the door because we're the ones that let Jesus in.
Wow.
And if we can let Jesus in, he can do amazing things in our life. So I wanted to share with you 3 Christians that lived probably way worse lives than you and I did, who completely turned their life around by letting his grace change their life. So we go to Mary of Egypt. She was a prostitute for 17 years.
Time.
Yeah. I'm not going to actually share what she wrote because it was so gross, but I'll put a link to it, or kind of a link to it in the description box. But she said that she enjoyed her job so much that she wouldn't take payments sometimes. That was so crazy. The only way that she converted, actually, was she tagged along with a group that was going to this church in order to promote her business to some of the men on the trip.
Okay.
And when she got to the church, she wasn't allowed in. Like, it was like this force that was keeping her back. And at that moment, she had a great conversion and actually became like a saint and is honored in the church now.
It's amazing.
And then we look at Vladimir of Kiev. He was a prince around 1,000, and he had 7 wives. He actually killed his brother so that he could get his position. He built temples to pagan gods and actually sacrificed humans. Crazy.
That's so sad.
An emperor asked him to, consider Christianity, and he ended up converting. And his baptism, the grace that was in that baptism, transformed his life. And again, he is a saint in the church and is honored. So it's just amazing to see those people that did crazy things. And then finally we go to Bartolo Longo. This guy was in the 1800s. He died in the early 1900s. He was a satanic priest. I mean, how much worse can you get than worshiping Satan?
Yeah.
That was your thing. That's your religion is worshiping Satan. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Here he converted because a Dominican priest sat down and talked with him. He was having such mad nightmares and everything like that he needed to talk to this priest. And this priest was available and led him to Jesus. And he actually built one of the most beautiful churches that we have. And I'm showing pictures right there. So it's amazing. These 3 people, a prostitute, a murderer, and a satanic priest, converted and, are honored in the church now. It's just amazing that we remember these people's lives. And just to show you that it's never too late to give your life back to Jesus.
Have hope.
Exactly. Have hope. It's the season of hope, right? It's Christmas.
Yes.
But what's amazing, and maybe you're watching this video and you're like, oh well, I'm in a good spot right now with my faith and everything like that. Well, what was
That's
instrumental?
great. Good for you.
Yes, thumbs up.
Yes.
What was instrumental in each of these persons' lives was that there was a group of people that brought them to Jesus, whether directly or indirectly. That priest, that emperor, and the group that was going on that pilgrimage, they were the ones that brought them to Jesus. Yeah. So in this new year, let's try to find ways to be a vessel for Jesus, to be open, to be an ear like the priest, to do reverent things like that group was going on that pilgrimage, or to be the emperor and just say, hey, have you ever thought about this?
Right.
So
think about inviting someone with you.
Exactly, because an invitation is so huge. So we'll make videos on that.
Yeah.
But we wanted to make this quick video. Hope you have a very happy new year, and God love you.